Hello all you beautiful people, how you doing here today? This is Lava Temptress with the Gaming Dynasty channel and welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new here, welcome, hi! So today I'm coming to you with another humble bundle that just came out. This one is the Mental Health by Callisto Media bundle. And it is a bundle, the top tier is $18 for a total of 25 items. These are all books and they're all in PDF formats, which is great because that means you can use them on all your different devices. Okay, so it's a collection of self-care guides. Looking for books on mental health and well-being, we've teamed up with Callisto Media for a bundle of books providing guidance and advice on a variety of topics and situations. Get ebooks like Reclaim Your Life, the Mindful Workbook for Depression, a practical guide to complex PTSD, and more. Plus, your purchase helps support Active Minds. That's right, the charity for this one is Active Minds. Active Minds is grateful for humble bundle support of our organization's important mental health mission. Active Minds was not involved in the selection of the books in this bundle and does not necessarily endorse these books or agree with the advice or ideas expressed in them. You know, that's just that legal mumbo jumbo because, you know, they can't specifically endorse certain books that they might not have even read, so, you know. All right, so let's get started. Humble says the value is $393. However, I came up with a very, very different amount. And so, like always, I will always break it down for you, tell you what the value is and what I think of them. Before I forget, this does have 20 days, 2 hours, and 38 minutes at the time of recording, so that's great. A lot of time to check it out. All right, so default donations. Here. This is to remind me I am a Humble Bundle partner, and so I have an affiliate link down below. If you do choose to click on that, I do make a little bit of money for that. I do like to, even though it's down in the description, I also like to tell you that if, you know, just in the video, if you use that, I do make a little bit of money. So thank you very much if you do. But of course, you never have to. You can always go straight to humblebundle.com and check out all the bundles there. But here's where it's cool because you can give extra to charity, but you can also do custom amount. And this is one of my favorites because this is where if you're really wanting to support charity or the publisher or even Humble or whatever, then you can do that. You can move all these. You can make it where they all get pretty even. And mine you can adjust to even all the way down to 0. And trust me, I'm perfectly fine with that, so don't worry. If you want to read a little bit more about Active Minds, though, this is where you're going to do it here. All right, so let's get into the bundles. We have 3 tiers today. So the first tier is just $1 and you get 3 different books. The first is the Narcissism Recovery Workbook. It is $9.99. My prices, I did have to get off Amazon. And so they are the Amazon Kindle prices. Of course, if you don't have Kindle Unlimited, it's, you know, if you actually purchase them. So, because if you click on Callisto Media, well, I couldn't find anywhere to find their books, so I had to search for them. All right, and you can get a PDF preview, which is always nice on each of these. I'm not going to show you this for each one, but I will just give you a little heads up on this one, just so you know you can check that out. And a little more description here on what it's about. But I have a synopsis on each one for you, so you don't have to do that. All right, so the Narcissism Recovery Workbook, again, it's $9.99 normally on Amazon Kindle. Start healing from a relationship with a toxic narcissist. Falling victim to narcissistic abuse can leave you feeling confused, isolated, and in need of help finding a way forward. This supportive workbook offers interactive exercises that enable you to understand what you've been through, overcome feelings of shame, and move forward. Discover insightful advice, writing prompts, affirmations, and more that will help you rebuild your self-confidence and flourish again. Next, we have the Verbal Abuse Recovery Workbook. This one is also normally $9.99 on Amazon Kindle. Find strength, hope, and healing using proven strategies for recovering from verbal abuse. Experience emotional abuse is traumatizing and can leave you feeling lost and alone, but it's possible to heal and rebuild your self-esteem. Whether used on its own or with the Verbal Abuse Recovery Journal, the Verbal Abuse Recovery Workbook will provide you with supportive exercises, expert advice, and affirmations that will help you reclaim your power and move forward with confidence and hope for the future. Last book we have in this tier is PTSD Recovery Workbook. This is also normally $9.99 on Amazon. Understand and overcome PTSD with proven healing exercises. Recovering from PTSD is a gradual process that requires deep introspection and expert guidance, which means getting started can feel overwhelming. But this trauma workbook is here to ease your way, offering a safe space for you to learn how trauma and PTSD affect your brain and body, reflect on your experiences, and explore strategies to support your healing journey. All right, so that means for this tier, if you choose to purchase this one, it's just $1, but it's actually worth $29.97, which is a great value. Next tier we have is $10, and you get a total of 8 items, but that does include the 3 previous ones. So first up, we have Thriving with Social Anxiety. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Hetty Cooper, the blogger behind The Anxious Girl's Guide to Dating, knows anxiety. She has lived with generalized anxiety disorder for years. Listening to this book is like getting advice from a friend who has been there. Hattie shares immediate, easy-to-use strategies for tracking your social anxiety disorder and creating healthy habits. Featuring expert advice from forward writer and registered psychotherapist Kyle McDonald, the tools in this book will help you beat your anxiety and reveal your most confident self. Next, we have The Mindful Path Through Anxiety, an 8-week plan to quiet your mind and gain calm. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Find peace and calm in 8 weeks, an essential guide to mindfulness. Curb the anxiety in your life and resist the things that are worrying you with mindfulness. The Mindful Path Through Anxiety gives you everything you need to bring this soothing and stress-relieving practice into your life. Next, we have When Your Partner Has Bipolar Disorder, helping you and your partner build a balanced and healthy relationship. This one is normally $4.99 on Amazon. Learn how to navigate your partner's bipolar disorder and strengthen your relationship. Utilizing the most up-to-date information available on treatment and management, this book provides you with a variety of written and interactive exercises and strategies that both you and your partner can use to foster a healthier and more balanced relationship. Next, we have The Highly Sensitive Person's Toolkit. This is everyday strategies for thriving in an overstimulated world. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Use your high sensitivity to your advantage with these practical strategies. As a highly sensitive person, or also known as HSP, getting to know yourself can help you feel and function your best in a world that isn't often responsive to your needs. You'll find practical methods for approaching everyday life, social situations, relationships, and the workplace with confidence and calm. Constructive strategies and up-to-date information will help you identify your strengths, work through your challenges, and help your positive side shine. Last new book in this tier of the bundle is Acceptance and Commitment Therapy for Anxiety Relief. How to Evolve Your Relationship with Your Mind. This one is normally $8.99 on Amazon. Find anxiety relief with acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT, techniques. Whether you've just been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder or you've lived with it for years, you know how persuasive the symptoms can be in your everyday life. Acceptance and commitment therapy for anxiety relief is filled with scientifically supported methods and strategies for managing your anxiety so you can mindfully accept and take action against your emotions. All right, so that brings our total so far that you would just pay $10 if you get this tier, and it's actually worth $73.92. Again, awesome value. last tier we have today is going to be $18, and you get a total of 25 items, which of course includes the 8 previous ones. So first of all, we have the Gaslighting Recovery Workbook, Healing from Emotional Abuse. This one is normally $4.99 on Amazon. With specific techniques that are tried and true, you can overcome gaslighting in your relationship. This book will help you understand whether you're being gaslighted, where this abuse is coming from, and how to tackle the issues to give you the freedom you need emotionally and psychologically. Next, we have the Mindfulness Workbook for Depression. Effective mindful strategies to cultivate positivity from the inside out. This one is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Learn to lead a more positive life through mindfulness. Mindfulness, the practice of living in the moment, can be an effective and empowering tool for managing depression. The Mindfulness Workbook for Depression will teach you how to practice mindfulness using simple exercises to help you build self-awareness and break through negative thought patterns. Next, we have the Connecting with Autism Spectrum. How to talk, how to listen, and why you shouldn't call it high functioning. This one is normally $9.99 on Amazon. It's the complete guide to connecting with adults on the autism spectrum. For a friend, family member, or co-worker with autism, communication can be challenging. But connecting with the autism spectrum can help you find common ground with expert tips and helpful insights about talking and listening to neurodiverse adults so you can make your interactions more transparent, meaningful, and rewarding for all. Next up, we have a practical guide to complex PTSD. Compassionate strategies to begin healing from childhood trauma. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Reclaim yourself from childhood trauma. Evidence-based strategies for healing complex PTSD. Repetitive trauma during childhood can impact your emotional development, creating a ripple effect that carries into adulthood. Complex post-traumatic stress disorder, or C-PTSD, is a physical and psychological response to those repeated traumatic events. A practical guide to complex PTSD contains research-based strategies, tools, and support for individuals working to heal from their childhood trauma. You don't have to be a prisoner of your past. Next, we have Reclaim Your Life, Acceptance and Commitment Therapy in 7 Weeks. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Accept your thoughts, start living your life with acceptance and commitment therapy. Thoughts are simply a normal part of being human, but we've all had them disrupt our lives. Reclaim Your Life teaches you to accept and manage your thoughts with evidence-based principles and strategies from acceptance and commitment therapy. Discover ways to increase your flexibility in thinking, get some distance from your thoughts, and work towards a life full of values and purpose. Next, we have the Emotional Abuse Recovery Workbook, Breaking the Cycle of Psychological Violence. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Move your life forward with this workbook for healing. Move away from the harmful personal and professional relationships, and instead towards recovery and growth. This accessible workbook will help you identify and acknowledge abuse, validate your feelings, practice self-care, set boundaries, create a safety plan, examine healthy relationships, and design your exit plan. Next up, we have Asperger's and Adulthood, a guide to working, loving, and living with Asperger's syndrome. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. From the best-selling author of Asperger Rules and Asperger's Teens comes Asperger's and Adulthood. Blythe Grossberg brings more than 15 years' experience working with Asperger's patients to deliver this definitive guide for adults living with Asperger's syndrome. Thinking about moving out on your own, ready to land your first job, unsure how to navigate social scenes when you have Asperger's? Designed for the newly launched Aspie Adult, Asperger's and Adulthood provides supportive solution-based strategies for navigating the ins and outs of balancing Asperger's syndrome with career goals, dating, social settings, and more. Next, we have ADHD and Us, a couple's guide to loving and living with adult ADHD. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Communication and thriving in a neurodiverse relationship is possible. ADHD and Us gives couples the tools and strategies they need to connect as well as overcome the unique challenges they face on the road to long-term happiness and satisfaction. Drawing from Anita Robinson's years of practice counseling couples with ADHD or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, this honest and straightforward guide helps couples better understand adult ADHD and how it affects relationships, while also providing the tools necessary for both partners to feel understood and respected. Learn how to avoid common conflicts, appreciate your differences, and meet each partner's needs. Together, you can make it happen. Next, we have Mindfulness Meditations for Anxiety, 100 Simple Practices to Find Peace Right Now. This is normally $2.99 on Amazon. Ease your anxiety and calm your mind any time of the day. Anxiety can throw you off your day in a matter of minutes. Bring yourself back into balance with mindfulness meditation for anxiety. These 100 practical meditations equip you to handle your physical and mental responses, no matter when fight or flight feelings strike. Next, we have the Complete OCD Workbook, a step-by-step guide to free yourself from intrusive thoughts and compulsive behaviors. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. The Complete OCD Workbook delivers a new action-oriented approach that combines CBT, ERP, and mindfulness strategies to effectively take control of OCD. OCD manifests in many forms, but the only solution for treatment is to take action. Applying proven therapeutic strategies to actionable exercises, the Complete OCD Workbook arms you with the tools you need to fight obsessive thoughts and compulsions and take your life back from OCD. Next, we have When Your Mother Has Borderline Personality Disorder, a guide for adult children. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Caring for yourself and your relationship with your mom who has BPD. Growing up with a mom who has a borderline personality disorder, or BPD, is difficult, but it's still possible to have a functioning adult relationship with her. When Your Mother Has Borderline Personality Disorder provides you with a crucial information for understanding the patterns behind her borderline personality disorder, as well as the tools you need to start your own recovery process. Next, we have the Happiness Workbook, a CRT-based guide to fostering positivity and embracing joy. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Discover how you can feel happier every day with this cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, workbook. Reframe the way you think about stress and bring joy into your life with CBT practices. You'll learn to define what happiness really means to you, develop positive thinking skills, and use everything you've learned to set yourself up for long-term success. You can be happier, and this workbook gives you the tools you need to do it. Next, we have Learning to Thrive, an acceptance and commitment therapy workbook. This one is normally $9.99 on Amazon. It's time to act. Acceptance and commitment therapy made simple. Now, acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT, can be easy. Learning to Thrive simply simplifies this ordinary complex self-acceptance therapy and helps you apply its action-oriented principles directly to different aspects of your life. Next, we have Understanding Bipolar Disorder, the Essential Family Guide. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. A compassionate approach to understanding and supporting loved ones with bipolar disorder. If your loved one was recently diagnosed with bipolar disorder, you probably have a lot of questions and concerns about how to help them live the healthiest life possible. Understanding Bipolar Disorder answers these questions and often offers helpful guidance with essential information, practical strategies, and support for families of people suffering from bipolar disorder. Next, we have the essential strategy for social anxiety. Practical techniques to face your fears, overcome self-doubt, and thrive. This is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Embrace confidence and proven strategies to break free from social anxiety. Social connections are an integral part of joyful life. Yet when you're held back by self-conscious thoughts and feelings, you can get stuck in a pattern of avoiding social situations. Essential strategies for social anxiety provide you with an effective toolbox to face your fears and feel confident, whether you're having a conversation, interviewing for a job, or speaking publicly. Next up, we have This Is Not the End, Conversations on Borderline Personality Disorder. It is normally $7.99 on Amazon. I fight because it's not over. It doesn't end here. In this unique collection, individuals of all ages and stages share their experiences with borderline personality disorder, or BPD. Within this audiobook, this one's not the audiobook, but within this book, you'll find an honest portrait of what it's like to live with BPD from the perspective of people with BPD and their loved ones, spouses, siblings, and parents, as well as mental health professionals. Last one in this bundle is Love and Asperger's. Practical strategies to help couples understand each other and strengthen their connection. It is normally $9.99 on Amazon. Everyday techniques to strengthen empathy and connection in neurodiverse couples. Life with a partner with a neurotype that is different than yours is filled with moments that are surprising, unique, and sometimes challenging. If one of you is on the autism spectrum and the other is neurotypical, this Asperger's book is a helpful and inclusive guide to understanding the nature of your relationship and navigating its particular obstacles, while keeping your love for each other at the center of everything. Okay, that concludes the whole what is in the mental health bundle. So what did my total come out to that was so different than Humble's evaluation of $393? I actually only came out with $229.75. So I don't know where they're getting their evaluation from. Yes, it's still worth it. It's still it's $18 for all 25 items. But even with my calculations, it'd still be $229.75, which still makes it a great deal. But I don't know how Humble came up with their evaluation. I'm lost on that one, but I still think it's a good thing to have. Now, if you are looking for books like this, I highly recommend this bundle. This actually might be one that I pick up because, it's always good to have workbooks and stuff to help yourself do better and to help understand other people better. So I think this is a great bundle of books, and the fact that we can actually talk about our mental health nowadays is fantastic. It wasn't always like that, and people just thought you were just crazy. That's in quotes. I know you can't see it, but that's what they called people back when I was growing up. They just called people, you were crazy. Not that it's right, but they just didn't talk about mental health a lot. So this is a great idea if you're looking for yourself, for loved ones. I think this could be beneficial to a lot of people. So let me know what you think of the bundle. Just because I like it doesn't mean everybody else will. And yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. That way you can see when all the new videos come out. Thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed the video at all, please hit that like button. That way YouTube knows that you guys enjoy it and they'll start recommending it to other people also. So thank you. Till next time, this Love Temptress. Don't get burned. Bye.